for all you lovers out there.
History is gonna change. Legs in the back. Daddy-o, daddy-o. Time machine.
Come on now, party you. Come on now, party you. Come on now, party you.
Dance, dance. Dance, dance. Dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance.
We're sending you back to the future. Back, back. Stella! We're sending you back.
Oh, you make like a tree.
Come on now, party you. 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 Just never would have met your father. Never would have.
Planets down to Earth, down to Earth, down to Earth. What if they read my stories? What if they won't let you Planets down to Earth, down to Earth, down to Earth. What if they read my stories? What if they won't let you
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Dare Moose, or Dare for short, because the heavens sing and the birds chirp, and some old man still yells at the clouds. I have appeared once again. I get to have on the only Pacific 414. I would have said Pacific 411, but that's a totally different thing. So
I've been called Pacifica. I've been called Pacific 214. I've been called Atlantic 216. So whatever name you want to give me, fine, I'll answer to it.
we'll just call you call you Butterscotch. That's really
Call you, hey, you. Yeah, yeah.
I respond to a 10, a 20, or a $100 bill. Thank you very much.
Sounds good to me.
That would be nice, though. That would be really nice. Like, oh yeah, what's my name again? Oh, I'm sorry. I hear a Benjamin calling. What was that again?
Ulysses S. Grant. Maybe two of them.
Oh, yes. There you go. Two Ulysses S. Grant, a Abraham Lincoln, and maybe a little George Washington. But that's only because I like him so much. But anyway,
Yeah.
how are you, good sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was looking forward to doing this with you. And when you had
Oh, nice.
messaged me about it, it's like, yeah, I could definitely do it.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember what I messaged you for. It's like, man, gosh dang it, it's been so long. Because I try to do when I try to invite people on, I try to do it at least a few weeks, like a week or two before the new month begins, because
Mhm.
one, it gives me. I mean, again, I don't. At the basis of it, I don't have to do the extent I do, but in my mind, it's more of like building a buffer, right? You
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
first week, sort of full and all that sort of stuff. And hey, Fairy, how are you? Hope you're doing well. But you get the first week sort of full and all that. And I mean, like it's still October, but I've also started November as well. So I mean, there you go. But that's just me. It's always been
No, I completely understand trying to get guests ahead of time instead of waiting till the last minute. You don't want to wait till the day of a
oh,
show and say, "Hey, you want to come on?"
I mean,
I'm sorry, but to me, that's not professional.
I mean, it's possible to happen. I've heard it possible to happen.
Yeah,
But I mean, if you give people enough time and be like, "Oh, well, I can't come," or something comes up or whatever, or they're able to come and you have to remind them. It's just a whole ball of wax. Scheduling
Mhm.
is always the more um difficulty of it because of just that regard. And again, I try to work within people's schedule. It's not like
Yep.
um, I think because just to kind of give a bit of a backdrop, there are some people I've heard were like, "Oh man, it's so hard to get a guest on," or "It's this or that's whatever," and there's a multitude of reasons why. Like, there's never one. Um, but I've kind of found through in doing this that majority of the time it's just the strictness that the person inviting on has. Like
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you do your what? When do you usually do your pop culture show?
Usually do Pacific 414 Pop Talk on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if I reach out to somebody, I let them know of those 2 days and those two times. If we have to work around their schedule, say they can't, come on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, but they could come on later. Well, fun. Make an adjustment.
Mm. Yeah, and you kind of as an individual, kind of learn how to do that. But majority of the time, it's usually just someone's at this set time and they're not going to change
Hmm.
it. So it's like,
Yeah, it
whatever.
is.
Yeah, and if you usually come on late, that's fine too. I've always been on that. Not always, but there have been some occasions where there's been someone who's coming in late or has something pop up. There's so many variations of things, but I always try to work within because getting the opportunity to talk to people like yourself and
Yeah.
people who aren't creators is a journey in its own right. And again, you don't get up to like a little over 270 without, trying, right?
You got to keep trying. You got to go, into it with commitment. I mean, this isn't going to come to you easy.
Mhm.
It doesn't come to anybody easy.
Mm-mm.
You've got to essentially sell yourself when you're on there. You may start off and only have one person watching you
Mhm.
or nobody watching you. And
Mhm.
you have to talk to basically yourself
Mhm.
in order to get people to come.
Mhm.
And it may take a while, but if you're committed to it, it'll work.
Mhm.
Just ask Jason Fox.
Oh
No,
yeah.
he's committed to it. He works very hard on his channel, and
Mhm.
he has his own pop culture show that he does, and then he does a few other shows with other people.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy to have on. Although
Mhm.
I know he's also a musician too, so there is
Yes,
that.
he is. Yes, he
Uh,
is.
but it was nice to have him on. He's been a bit busy, at least the last time I remember. But it's always nice to get to talk to my man from Norway. That's right,
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen. That's how far away he is.
Yeah,
But no.
getting back to what you were saying about last minute guests,
Mm,
he knows that if I can make it at the last minute, I'll be there. If he sends me the link, if I can't make it, I'll let him know.
mhm. Yeah, but the other issue is that there's some people who just um oh, look at that. There you go. There you go, right there. A little thank you from the big man in Norway himself. But yeah, there's been times where you usually don't hear anything back. Maybe a little later you will, or you won't at all,
Mhm.
or you just and my thing is that in doing this is that I'm not constricted just asking other content creators on because that just seems the big norm is
Mhm.
you ask other creators in your field or not field the niche makes, makes it sound like it's a college debut. Look, in my content creation field, college, I went for this direction. No, it's more of just like in the niche of things, which I get. Right, there's a
Mhm.
risk that comes with that. I mean, there's still a risk with inviting another person on or
Uh,
creator, but
of course there is, because you don't know how they're going to act when they come onto your channel. You
mm,
might have set rules that they will particularly ignore because unfortunately they don't care about anyone else's rules.
mm,
When they're on someone's show, it's all about them.
yeah, and there are those people, but luckily I've not had uh nuisance of running into those people because usually people are more like if you're a guest in someone's house, you act accordingly.
Yeah, and
You
th that's how I try to look at it when I'm on someone else's channel. Even if I've been there before, I
Yeah.
try to act like, I'm stepping into their house as a guest. I may
Mhm.
not like the decor inside the house, but guess what? It's not my house to criticize. It's their house.
What, you don't like the bear rug on the floor and the moose head on the ceiling? I mean, I thought
I
that
don't
would have
mind
been
that, man.
perfect. There's, like, at the front of a Chevy truck right there. I mean, come on, what more do you want?
No, I got nothing against that. But some people they just like to come in, tread mud on the carpet,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, go into your fridge or raid your fridge and leave and your place is a complete mess.
Mhm. There you go. Getting an agreement for the big man himself. But no, a long while back when I was starting to do this stuff out, and this wasn't to the extent I showed in my calendar, because I was doing the calendar thing since April of last year. But it was a while before then. I was invited on someone else's show, and
Hmm.
I'm not going to say their name because they don't deserve worth mentioning. But at least the story does deserve a little uh, exemplary of when to be careful. Of course, I was kind of ignorant of the moment fact, but over time. So I was invited on the show, and uh, a couple, we talked about a bunch of different things like um, politics and all that sort of stuff, and it seemed fine. I mean, there was just two guys sitting there and just asking me
Hmm.
questions. They might have seemed a little like they were, took too much of the 420, but I'm not here to judge in that regard.
No,
I would have said maybe you need a breather. Why don't you open the window?
no, man, the air's fine, man.
Oh man, can't you smell it? No, I can't. Thank goodness for that. But no, I was on their show, and I don't know how long it was, like an hour or so. But they did this very weird thing at the end, right? I didn't know. I just thought, uh, usually shows they end and that's it. But no, they
Mhm.
decided to do something where they did a sort of play thing where it was like a windstorm was coming through. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was just booted out. And then I tried asking later, like, "Is everything all right? Is everything okay?" Well, come to
Mhm.
find out, they booted me off, and then they had someone right on after me talking about something completely else. And I'm like,
That's rude.
"Yeah." I was like, okay, I guess that's how this goes. Um, but no, and then they became real pricks after, so I've had to block them. But it was just that kind of moment of where it's like, I know what not to do in inviting someone on, and that's certainly not the way to do it. I was like, those piss heads. Oh my gosh.
I
It's
mean, I've had it where I've accidentally knocked somebody off the panel. I didn't mean to because I was going to a video clip and I hit the button and it's like, oh crap. And then I apologize to them right away. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
you
Nothing
like the
against you.
yeah, are you like the restaurant people's like, "I'll give you 5% off, 5% off the meal, just don't worry about it. We're sorry you found that nail clip on."
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, when it comes to Pop Talk, one of my jokes with my co-host Fair Norman Tag or Cash Money 007
Mhm,
is when they get quote unquote out of line,
mhm,
I will boot them off, but it's a joke. It's
mhm.
not serious. It's just us having fun because Baron has the power to boot me off. And when Cash has had the power to boot me off, he's done that too. It's like, oh, what? Wait, what? Where did Mike go? He's not here. I guess it's our show now.
Man, those that big meaty. Um, but no, I haven't I've only had it, like, once where I was pretty close, but I didn't do it. But it was sort of the things, like and it's a very weird thing too, it's like there was a group of people usually at my other show, which is Rumble Squared, which is sort of like me gathering people's feedback that use the platform or whatever and turn it into a visual. Um, I had invited a bunch of people on for it, was just kinda giving their feedback and whatnot,
Hmm.
and one decided to bring up something that had nothing to do with why they were there. They like drama stuff. And while I can understand from his end, he was wanting an answer but couldn't get one. But he was bringing it up at the most intrusive time that had nothing to do with what was going on. And I'm just sitting here like, I let it go for a bit because I was thinking, it kind of just settled off on its own. But no, it started kept going. And I was like, okay, so I have to step in and be the adult here with a bunch of other adults.
Yeah, I mean, I've had similar situations where people have tried to bring up topics during the show. It's like, well, we're not talking about that right now. Or as we're talking about something, then they'll drop a promo for a video or live stream that they're doing. And I said to him, I said, please wait until you're getting ready to leave or at the end of the show
Mhm.
when we're wrapping up so everybody can promote themselves at the same time.
Yeah.
This is not the time to start promoting yourself.
hmm Well, yeah, and in kind of looking at other creators that do promote themselves, they usually do it like, um, sometimes they do it at the beginning of the show,
Hmm.
sometimes they do it at the end. Some do it sporadically, like there's just no rhyme or reason for it, or they can, or I've seen it to a slim degree where it's like they continuously do it to some
Hmm.
part. But for me, I usually do it at like every hour because it's sort of like that time keep, right? Oh, it's been an hour. Take a
Yep.
moment, and then all this stuff. Because I really have had people on who aren't content creators, so really they don't have anything to uh like promote per se. But you give them an opportunity to say something or whatever they want. It's
Hmm.
their time. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that going back to like guest of the house sort of thing, right? Like uh, mm, you, you don't butt in. I guess you don't butt in unless it's on that type of regard. I mean, you butt in to say something because right, if you have a big panel of people,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when we use StreamYards,
yeah,
and you have 10 people on that panel, it is hard to get everybody's opinion in when everybody's talking over one another.
mm, mm-mm, nope,
And there have been times where I've had to say clear comms.
yeah.
Come,
I didn't know that tool existed on StreamYards.
hmm.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and it is something I've learned. The bigger the panel, the harder it is to control. Sometimes that's why I prefer smaller panels now. And but you have to learn these things.
Yeah.
And when I started out, I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, I could watch video after video after video, but I actually have to do it in order to get the experience.
Mm, yeah. And it's a funny thing. Um it's almost like majority of it is trial by fire, basically.
Hmm.
Because you'll make mistakes. I still do, and that's okay.
Yeah, same
Makes
here.
makes me pretty. But the point of the matter is that it's still one of those things where I mean I think that's the most basic human thing is trial and error, right? You
Hmm.
try something
We
and if
we have to learn.
yeah.
We don't learn by not doing things. We have to learn by doing.
Mhm. Yeah, and you could also I mean you could also learn from other people's mistakes too because obviously
Hmm.
that's a tool right there. But I really think that sort of now obviously this doesn't mean you go out into the wilderness and start eating berries off a bush you don't know. That's no, that's not what this
No, no, you don't know what you're eating if it's poisonous or not.
like this one has red with white polka dots in it. Is that
Oh,
edible?
it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Whoa, man, I did not know I'd be seeing colors today. Oh man, when you hear about all those 420 people and some of them take the mushrooms and stuff,
Hmm.
mm, nope, not for me. But no, it's very. I mean, there's a lot to learn from it if you're willing. But I do kind of think that in the whole process of it, it really, oh man, I've certainly changed my viewpoint of like when I just used to be a consumer of other content creators and whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, you'd be in those chats, and then someone for chat would like give a like a super chat or whatever and say, "Hey, how does one get started?" and all this stuff. They get like, "Oh, you need to get camera, get a mic, and just go, right? Just go."
Mhm.
But over time, I've sort of changed my thinking that because of just situations I've dealt through, uh, not just pertaining to the one I told you earlier about the two guys and stuff, but also dealing with my own experience of running, doing DaraChat. Because while there, while with the tools you use, right, that can help make it easier or harder, there is still always that aspect of the scheduling and dealing with interpersonal relationships on the back end. It's not always the front end, not always what you see on the front end is the truth. Back end has more of that. Because as the saying goes, people are different in private than they are in public. So
Well, that's true. I mean, you hear me on Pop Talks sometimes, and I'm foul mouthed. Well, I will admit I'm still foul mouthed in person, but you'll get the more calmer side of me, not the show I'm trying to put on YouTube or on Rumble
mm,
during Pop Talk.
yeah. Oh, you could call it pop. I always thought it just called it pop culture or something, but or Pacific
Pacific
Talk.
414 Pop Talk. That was the name I came up with 4 years ago, thinking, I want to get my voice. I've listened to other channels,
Mhm.
the bigger channels on YouTube. And I'm thinking, I want to get my voice out there. You know, some people might like my opinion. Some people might say you're full of crap.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you take a chance. And that's what you have to do when it comes to content creation. Take a chance because when you're, streaming, you don't know what topic's going to get everybody's attention.
Mhm. Which is why I think I've heard some people say that structured is a bit more better. But for me, while I know what I do is not like the big outcrier, it may play a detriment to what I do, but it is the more fulfilling of the matter because of the limited possibility I do get to do with it. Right?
Hmm.
Going back to saying earlier about like how content creators bring on other content creators. I've had people on who've never been on. Some don't show their face, some have never been in front of a camera before. And that is, in all intents and purposes, highly unusual if you're looking out amongst the field of other creators doing. I've not seen it. I know there are people do free flowing conversations. I've met some of them, but not to the extent of bringing people on that do not create content, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Some people who don't make content don't feel that they should be there on that panel. But if you talk to them in the chat or, there's someone that you actually know in real life and
Mhm.
you think they can add to the panel, you have to ensure that everything's going to be okay. You don't have to be on camera. Heck, I'm not even on camera half the time when I'm streaming.
Oh, that's a shame. No. How will we
I,
know what
I, I mean,
you're
I
doing?
mean, especially when I'm playing a game, you don't want to see me making faces like this.
You're That's called being in tune with the game.
Eh, I know.
Oh my gosh, look, where'd that sniper come from? What the son of a bit?
Oh, son of a
Um
bitch! How did that guy get me?
but no, it's yeah, and that's true. I've come across people who even some creators who like, oh, I don't think I do well or whatever. And it's like, no, I usually just say like if you can answer what color the sky is, you're pretty much set. Like that's the easiest thing. Like
Hmm.
everyone can answer what color the sky is. Even if you just say the word up, you've already done more. You've already done more than what most people would do.
Hmm. That's true, and you know, sometimes, and you never know.
Yeah.
You might have somebody on who's strictly done videos, and then after they come onto your channel and do a live stream with you, they get the bug to start doing their own live stream.
Yeah, that's true.
I had that happen with somebody I've streamed with before.
Mhm,
He was just uploading videos talking about anime, and then we did a live stream together talking about Generation One Transformers.
mhm. Ooh,
And
nice.
it was after that stream. He said, You know what? I'm going to start doing live streams.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. I still think, edited video content still has its place, but I know a lot of
Mhm.
people are saying, live streaming is sort of the future. It's just the time factor. It really is the time factor that's kind
Yeah.
of the changing difference. But, I mean, you can make it work. It's just, that time thing.
You
Uh,
can make it work. You have to balance your personal life. You have to balance the time that you have to conduct the stream because you are pretty much a conductor of a band. And if the notes are off, you have to work on fixing it.
mhm,
And if you make your own thumbnails, you have to set aside some time to get those thumbnails done, even if it's just doing a little bit here and there each night.
mhm. Oh yeah, I got my thumbnails down to science. I just switch out a pic and boom, done. I'm like
Mhm.
Shazam. But I also use Canva to do that, so that, that helps too.
Yeah, I mean that's a great service to use. I've used it. I mean, not everybody has the graphic knowledge to
Mm.
make the thumbnail look exactly how they want it to look.
Oh yeah,
So
yep.
we do use tools that are available like
Hmm.
Canva, or you have AI now. Okay,
Hmm.
you can't find the particular asset you need for this thumbnail. Well, go to AI and ask it to create something as close to what you need as
Hmm.
possible. I've done it.
Yeah, I've seen so many with the like Grok, like with people,
Hmm.
and not just that, but a Grok Imagine now. Like my gosh, people are making. I mean, obviously, I think you can only go up to like 6 or 7 seconds, I believe, but it seems like a lot of people are using that tool to such a degree that, like, I mean, the Sora 2, right? The Sora 2,
Hmm.
that has just been insane.
Yeah, I've seen so many videos. I mean, one of them just before I came on here was a Bob Ross video where he's putting face paint on the Ultimate Warrior. Thinking, yeah, if that happened, that would have been a ratings grabber back in the day.
Yeah, and then if you're over here, we're just gonna have a little stripe right there. He looks very angry, but he's a very nice gentleman. We're just gonna keep the colors nice and clean, nice and clean.
Hmm. And I'll be honest, some of them are real good, and others you go, okay, obviously the AI didn't understand the prompts.
Yeah, that is true. It happens. But it
Hmm.
also reminds me of the um when VO3 came out, and then you had
Hmm.
all those Sasquatch and
Yeah,
short videos come out. That was something, right?
yeah, those are hilarious.
Oh my gosh. I could not all of them are funny, but man, some of those will make you laugh all day long.
Hmm.
And famous series, Happy Little Cloud, Happy Little Tree, that's right. And and Blip Blop says, I like his eyebrows. Well, of course, Bob Ross had good eyebrows. Oops, and wrong. I did the wrong thing. Bob Ross was great. Yes, he was. Yes,
Hmm.
he was. And you'd see those happy mountains and those happy trees every time. Um, but but yeah, I just think, um, what do you say? I want to see that now they need to do it for the Crow and Pennywise. Well, that may be some time because I
Yeah, but
believe
which crow are we talking about? Are we talking about the one with Brandon Lee, or are we talking about the one that came out last year?
the one with Bill Skarsgård, for those who don't know, who also played Pennywise the clown. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just the funny thing about the whole AI stuff is that it reminds me of a movie with Al Pacino in it from way back in the day. It was called Simone, and
I've heard of it. I've actually never seen it.
I've seen a bit of it here and there, but it's basically Brandon Lee is the only Crow movie. Oh goodness. And that Wendy says my grandma was a huge fan of Bob Ross. That's amazing. Yeah, Bob Ross still alive. I know a lot of people have been uh probably even inspired by Bob Ross to paint. But yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, the movie was Simone. It had Al Pacino in it, and his basic was to have a actress, so to speak, he could control. And throughout it, usually for the stand-in, he has like a double or something,
Mhm.
and at the end, he's showcasing the actual because it's all an AI avatar or whatever, and I just think that that's where it possibly could go because again, the like Sora and Grok, Imagine all that, they're not there yet.
No,
They're
no,
not there.
it's gonna be a couple of years before they're to the level where you can't really tell
Mhm.
that it's AI.
Well,
Now, you can tell.
yeah.
There are certain signs to look for in a video, in a picture,
Mhm.
so you know, and your brain knows that
Mhm.
it's AI. You have
Mhm.
to, look at the hands, especially. AI still can't do hands. I mean, there are even some artists out there who can't draw hands.
Yeah. And but I do think that some of the Sora 2 ones, like, if it didn't have that watermark, you would have a
Hmm.
hard time. You would have a hard time. Again,
Oh, I bet.
the Yeti ones and Sasquatch ones and Stormtrooper ones were funny, and I think that's how it's mostly just gonna get in is by being funny and hilarious and just a
Hmm.
great time to use. Um, if drinking beer wasn't fun and silly all at the same time, I doubt people would still be drinking it. "Oh, Paul, why'd you stop drinking beer?" "It stopped being fun, son. It stopped being." Um, AI will always mention, neon glow all the time, I don't know. I didn't know that. Mention, yeah. That's interesting, didn't know that. So, but yeah, I just think because it was what was it? Who was the first one starting it? I think it really was VO3 that kinda started pushing that stuff off, and
Hmm.
then and then came, Sora or, I can't remember the OpenAI's response to that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just yeah, I don't think you're wrong. In a few years, I don't know if we'll be able to tell the difference. Um, drawing hands in the manual way is hard to do indeed. Yes, drawing hands in the main way, which is another funny thing. Like I know there's a whole conversation on whether AI good or bad, but at the end of the day, you're really more past whether it's good or bad and what's like. Okay, so how do we use this tool?
Hmm.
Because you can't do any I mean, there's been moments throughout history where something is slowly accepted over time, and you're just like, you really can't get rid of it, so you have to learn how to deal with it or not use it.
Exactly. When it comes to AI, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with everybody. I have used it to fine tune my own thumbnails that I've created. I'll
Mhm,
create, the foundation, and then, I'll use something like vidIQ or Grok or whatever's available to me to use to
mhm.
see if it can clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
If I like the end result, I'll use it. If I don't
Mhm.
like the end result, I won't use it. I
Yeah.
played RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business, uploaded
Mhm,
the thumbnail I did, and then what it produced, I liked it enough, and I said, "Okay, I'm going to use that
mhm.
because it's still using what I originally created. It just sharpened it up, cleaned the edges."
Yeah.
So
It
yeah.
yeah, it really is. Uh, and build something or smack someone over that. Yeah, any tool any tool human beings have created has always had a duality, but the duality is not within the tool, it's within the person using the tool.
Hmm.
Which is kind of for some maybe confusing to understand, but you'll get it once you learn what a bit of good and evil is. But yeah, I just know there's that big stuff, and at a certain point, I'm like, well, I use it too for my stuff, but I also do the upfront, and then it's just whittling down the bad parts, right? It's
Hmm.
refining the main point, which is a lot better than nothing else. But I also know that because a cool game. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I've seen a lot of people play it, that's for sure. So, but when did one come out though? Didn't it come out like a few years ago?
Rogue City itself came out a couple of years ago, and then Rogue City Unfinished Business came out in July.
Oh, okay. I only knew the one.
Yeah.
Um, but that just shows you how much I pay attention to that.
Yeah, and when it comes to creating my own thumbnails, I've learned a lot from a previous guest that you had on, Pat Steven.
Yeah.
He's given me some pointers and critiques on my thumbnails and said, if you change it to this font, maybe move this image over here, make this a little bigger, make the lettering a little bigger, and add layers to it, make it pop out, it'll grab people's attention more.
Mhm. Yeah, because I mean, the whole of the content creation sphere, like any platform, all the platforms, it really is a bit cutthroat. There is no way to get around it. There's no
No.
there. You can try to draw as many people as possible to you or whatever, but it really is a bit cutthroat because
Hmm.
of my
Well,
feeling as a. Go
let's
ahead.
face it. Other content creators are going to use you as a stepping stone to get where they want.
Mm,
It's the reality of the situation, whether you're strictly gaming
mm,
or talking about pop culture, whatever your content is. If
right.
there's someone who wants to be bigger than you, they're going to use you as a stepping stone.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
It's how it is in the real world, in the corporate world. If you want to move up the ladder, you're gonna step over people so you can get that position.
Yeah. Which is the sucky part. But luckily for me, I don't have to. I don't follow that route. But again, it's to that detriment of okay, because I mean I see a lot of people um for like the content creator stuff. They post their stuff out there like here's what you do or whatever. But I've just been like I just it doesn't. I have taken in bits and pieces, and when it's like one of those things, you see that meme with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's going like, stuff like it's sort of like that moment right there. You just point out, it's
Yeah,
like, I recognize that. uh,
yeah, exactly. Where he's pointing at the screen, going, "Ooh,
oh my goodness. But anyway, Wendy has a question, and she
okay."
says, How are you going to deal with people who use AI in a bad way, sir? Very formal. Why don't you give your answer for that?
That's the thing. We have to figure out a way to deal with content creators who are using AI exclusively. And I really don't have an answer as to how we're going to combat that because it's going to come to a point where, yeah, our videos may be authentic, but the AI videos are going to fool people's eyes. That's just my opinion. It's going to get to a point where our eyes are going to be fooled, where we can't tell, okay, what's the real video and what's been generated by AI. The more
Mhm.
advanced it gets.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I just again, it's like any tool. You can take a
Mhm.
garden hoe and you can create a bountiful garden and everyone can share from it, or you can just knock over your neighbor. It really is that.
Yeah.
Uh, segregate, segregate the chat. I mean, it's really again, it's like, I just see it as a tool, and its use is dependent upon the people who
Hmm.
just use it. And yeah, there are gonna be some bad actors out there, but people get murdered every day. I mean, it's not like it stops.
No, it's going to keep being used, and as long as it advances, which it is, we're
Mm,
already seeing it. How
mm,
quickly it's advanced in the last year.
yeah.
People are going to continue to say, well, why put in all this effort to make a video, record everything, edit this video when I
Mm,
can just go to an AI tool like Sora,
mm,
put in all the prompts,
yeah.
and then it produces, a 3-minute video, 6-minute video, however long it'll eventually be.
Mm,
Because even the length of time for these AI created videos, AI created songs is getting longer and longer.
yeah.
I've used Suno.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
to create the Pop Talk theme for Wednesday.
Mhm.
And at first, it was only a minute. Then
Mhm.
it was a minute 30. Then it was 2 minutes. Now it's 2 minutes and 30.
Wow. Yeah, I've never used it myself, but I do know some people who have used it mostly just to get around YouTube's like copyright thing.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's the main thing you had to battle over on that platform is the copyright
mhm,
claims. You know, you could put in the allowed 8 seconds of music and still get a claim,
jeez.
or even you play 8 seconds of video and your channel will get a copyright claim. Heck, I was playing Batman Arkham Knight last year and got a claim for one little piece of music that slipped in.
Mhm. And and also another thing too is uh that was it WWF is notorious. WWF is very notorious. And thank you, Lady Desiree. Much appreciated. Hey everyone. But yeah, I mean I was doing my pay it forward stream, and of course I stream it to YouTube as much as I do Rumble. And I was streaming by uh, uh I I was streaming by someone who was streaming that the WWF stuff on Rumble.
Hmm.
And once the stream was done though, um take care. All right, you too, Bander. You too. You have a good one. Have a good one. But what was I? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Thanks, guys. No, thank you, Lady Desiree. I hope you are doing well. Oh, I haven't forgotten. I'll try to reach out later. But I hope you enjoyed your time. And Dev says AI will run into complications when big money gets involved when the piece of content makes millions and the greedy hands get involved. People will be hesitant to use AI freely. Well, I mean, they already do now. I mean,
Hmm.
it's kind of like they already do now with if you're on YouTube, right? If you're posting videos on YouTube, you are already using it freely.
Hmm.
You're
And even on YouTube, you have to specify, was this video made with AI? Does the thumbnail that you're using depict somebody doing something? Or, if you use a clip, is that clip, you know, in such a way where it makes it sound like somebody has said something when they never actually said it?
yep, yep.
You have to actually go through and tell them, yes, my video does have this, or click no, my video doesn't have this.
Hmm. Yeah, no, yeah, I do know that because I click on it every time. Usually
Hmm.
it's usually I just click no because majority of my stuff is not AI generated. So at least in what they mentioned for examples, right? Like they
Yep,
mentioned
yeah,
there
yep.
could be AI generated stuff, but as long as they're not in the examples, it's sort of like, do I say yes or no? It's just press
Yeah,
no if it
yeah.
doesn't.
It's not that hard if you're, creating AI music and it's not making someone, sing something they never sang before on one of their albums.
Hmm.
It's strictly for, say you take somebody like President Trump
Hmm.
and you decide to make an AI image of him wearing a clown suit when he never wore a clown suit. Well, then in that case, you would have to say, yeah, I used AI and it's depicting Trump in a clown suit when he never wore it.
Yes, Desiree. Desiree almost sounds like a raid alarm. Desiree. But no, it's sort of, but again, and Wendy has a question. Should a watermark on each AI generated images and video clips should should a watermark be on each AI generated images and video clips for recognition? Well, I mean, technically, they kind of already do that with Sora, but they don't do that with Grok. So
Mm-mm,
it was a funny thing. Like I think it was over the weekend. I saw a lot of people accept like there was what was it? There were a lot of people accepting like this thing was true to word, and if you look close enough, it was AI, but they accepted. So there's going to be a point where you do have people that are like that, that do
mhm.
um, that will accept the because majority of the time they're not looking at the details. They're just looking at what is right in front of them on the big scale, right? And if it looks good enough on the big scale, pretty much everything else can fall into flat unless like some weird wacky thing happens and then it's just whatever. But like yeah, you saw a lot of actually I saw a lot of videos posted to Twitter X and it was just like some people like, oh that must be real. It's like, no, that's not real. That is definitely not real. I could tell that
Mhm.
person going into another person is not the point of the video.
Well, you know what I've actually started doing is I've not only started looking at the person being depicted in the video to see if I can notice anything that looks a little odd, but also looking at the background. In the background, you can see things that look a little off, you know.
Mhm,
Maybe the reflection isn't quite right.
mhm,
Maybe the lighting isn't quite where it should be, depending on if the video is supposed to be depicted
mhm,
at night or if the video is supposed to be depicted during the day. The lighting seems a little off to how it would be if you're actually there in a city and
mhm.
you have the street lights and the lights from the sky rises and
Yeah. Yeah, well, and like you said earlier, the easiest ones are like feet and hands. 'Cause you
Mhm.
or you can say eyes too. Like eyes are a
Yep.
pretty big one. Um,
I mean, let's just be honest. Our actual eyes have life in them because we are alive. We have
mhm,
emotion. We have feeling.
mhm.
And when you look at these AI videos, there's no life to them.
Yeah, yeah, that's understandable. Uh, but yeah, for watermark, I mean, once they start letting that go, at least from a big chunk of them, it's going to be much more difficult.
Mhm.
Because you can still tell, like you said earlier, but it's still not. It's got a few years or so way off to get there. Um, but beyond that, I know that like um again, YouTube stuff trains YouTube itself trains trains VO3. That's why
Mhm.
that's why the Sasquatch videos were so good is because YouTube was using its own database.
Well, which is smart. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
let's give the devil their due. It
Yeah.
was smart to train their own AI to help create these videos and make them, convincing for people.
Frog bite. Oh man. Oh, don't breathe in while you drink. That's not good.
Oh no, Spe- especially when it goes down the wrong hatch.
Oh my gosh, yeah. If it was alcohol, it'd be a lot worse, but I don't drink, thank goodness. Um, but no, it's just funny because a lot of people use YouTube for various different reasons, but they use it because they just don't see anything else out on the radar competitively. But their stuff, regardless, gets used for training their VO3 or what was it, the Genie Wish or Wish Genie that that Google has now, where it creates like a virtual.
Yeah, I just don't know the exact name of it. I know what you're talking about, but I don't want to say the wrong name. And
And then people like, "You're a liar! You're a stinking liar! I tried. I
I
tried."
tried, folks. I tried it, and I failed. You have
But
failed me for the last time.
have a good night, Wendy. Sleep well. Cause it's very late where she's at. She's in the Netherlands. So there is
Yeah,
that.
it is late.
Yeah. Uh, to what? Oh man. But regardless, I mean, obviously you do stream to YouTube and Rumble, but where else do you stream to, if I may ask?
When I do stream to other platforms, it's Twitch, it's Kick. Although I've been really slacking on streaming to those two platforms because I'm trying to concentrate mostly on YouTube and Rumble right now. And
Now,
the reason for that is because I get more interaction on YouTube and Rumble than I have on Twitch and Kick.
Mhm. Yeah, because I was about to ask, because I usually because I multi-stream just to Rumble and YouTube, I don't have enough, mental bandwidth to do more than that. But for your side of things and for the many platforms you've done, what has been your, sort of experience with all of them, really?
Well, I gotta say, as much as we might despise YouTube for some of their policies,
Mhm,
it is the better platform to be on to reach a wider range of an audience.
mhm,
But there's also a fallback to that because, they can deny it all they want, but they do remove subs. They
mhm.
don't send out notifications to your subscribers to let them know, hey, Dara's going live. He's got a guest on.
Yeah.
Come to his channel. They don't. They've really slacked on that part. I mean,
Yeah.
I've noticed it since I've been streaming over there, and I started streaming over on YouTube back in 2019.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Twitch and Kick do not like multi-streamers. That I understand the Twitch one because
Mhm.
they had that in their whole TOS. Their TOS, uh, their TOS is the one kind of thing that has made it, like, confusing for Twitch because it's weird. Kick, I don't know, but they did allow people to be, what was it? They allowed people in their program, to the creator program, to earn half if they multi-streamed out, which, okay, I guess, but, like, yeah. They, yeah. I know Twitch doesn't Kick, uh, I'd say 50-50. But yeah, it makes sense though because they wanna keep stuff on their platform.
Mhm.
No doubt with YouTube, right? But YouTube is just so it's global, right?
Yeah,
It's
and I've even tried streaming over on X just to see, if there's anything worthwhile streaming over there. And so far, what I've noticed is you'll get some people that come by, but as far as any kind of interaction, it's few and far between, in my experience.
Yeah, and then you have the bot stuff too, and
Hmm.
it's just crazy. But yeah, I just know that right now streaming to many other different places it's just too much mental bandwidth, and I enjoy what I do rather than just get like ugh or whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, I just kind of I've asked a few other people too, like what has been their experience because I know, um, again, everyone experiences platform differently.
Hmm.
Some people uh, get success on Twitch better than YouTube, or Kick better than Twitch, or all that sort of stuff. But uh,
And that's the thing, you don't know where your audience is going to come from.
hmm,
You could stream the same content on all four of those platforms. And
mhm.
out of all four of those platforms, maybe one is where the majority of your audience is coming from.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people follow their metrics, but I'm the wrong person to ask about that. Um, but yeah, no, this is pretty awesome though, because I know I talked to a guy, Fanatic Gaming, real great guy. He streams to like 10 to 11 different platforms.
I can't even imagine controlling the stream like that.
I'm like, what the heck is this? I'm like, no, I already have enough trouble with two,
I
please.
I mean, I can understand, not wanting to leave your eggs in one basket, but
Yeah,
wow, 11 different platforms? Ooh, I
he seems
again, I don't know how I would manage that.
yeah, he seems to be able to though, because he's still doing it. Um, but yeah, it's just like you said, it's not having your eggs in one basket. YouTube has already given enough examples where why, right?
Mhm.
Why would you not be on more places? Because again, even if it's just Twitch too, like just being on Twitch or just being on YouTube or just being on Kick, just being on Rumble, whatever, is a setup for limitation.
Mhm.
And while I know some people, and there are some people who enjoy the idea of limitation, improvement, self improvement, all this stuff. You really live in the world that has, um, has some unlimited parts, but it's just, people choose what they choose.
Yeah,
Because
and the thing is, you're multitasking too
mm,
when you're streaming a show like this or you're playing a game, and you have to pay attention to not just one chat, but multiple chats depending on where you're streaming to.
mm, uh, second. There we go. I had to say goodnight. Yeah, and definitely, again, there are tools out there you can use. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of tools. It's amazing across the amount of platforms there are to stream to. Okay,
Hmm.
um, but beyond that, but yeah, you're not wrong. It's just really hectic, and if you can't handle it, then don't
Yeah.
don't try to chase it because I'm telling you what, um, it.
And one piece of advice I would give people who want to get into streaming is don't burn yourself out trying to create as much content as possible. You
Mhm,
know, uploading videos routinely and getting stressed out because you don't have a video done by the time you thought you wanted it done, or if you're doing multiple live streams a day, because there are people who do multiple live streams a day. Don't burn yourself out. Give yourself a break because you're going to need it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I do that for myself as well, especially once Thanksgiving week comes out. But I've given
Mhm.
myself some, days off here and there. But I enjoy doing what I do because of just that unlimited potential. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the reason why you don't see me do a lot of streams on Mondays or Fridays
mhm,
is because on those days I'm looking for articles for Pop Talk. I'm working on the thumbnails.
mhm,
I'm working on the schedule. So I'm trying to give myself time to do that. So I can, be thoughtful about, okay, this topic, do we really need to talk about it? Or
mhm,
can we just skip it? And for the schedule, do I want to do, this particular stream on this day or do I want to move it to this day? I
mhm.
mean, I have another stream that I added back in April called The Adventure Continues, a Star Trek discussion.
Oh wow.
And I do that every other Saturday because I want to make sure I give myself a Saturday off, but also I'm committed to my channel members
Hmm.
and giving them a stream every month.
Yeah,
So I want to make sure I set aside some time for that.
yeah, and that's like a wise man once said: "Work smarter, not harder." Right?
Hmm.
And a lot of people work harder, but I really just think like there's a limit to what how much production you can have and how much overlays and all this stuff you can have because it again like it goes back to that competition point, but there is a plateau of where you're not gonna get any higher with that kind of stuff. I'm I look for I'd rather have contentment than a false drive basically, right?
Well, I was even asked about my new live stream, how many views do I want it to get? And I said, if it can get up to 50, I'll be happy.
Mm,
And that's 50 per show. And so far, it's done well, in my opinion, because
mm,
I'm not expecting it to be this explosive juggernaut.
mm,
I'm looking at it from a van's perspective where I've seen this episode multiple times. I'm watching it with a guest,
mm,
and we're having a reaction to this episode live. And I include the Cosby link for everybody to watch the episode along with us. So everybody who's in the chat can contribute
mhm.
and we go over the episode. And yeah, there are spoilers because this is a show mainly geared for people who have seen these Star Trek episodes, whether it's the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, or Enterprise, or even the animated series.
Yeah. I'm surprised you saw the animated series. I heard that it didn't go well.
I I first saw it on the Sci-Fi Channel back when they used to show actual sci-fi. That was my first experience with it. I'm thinking, yeah, this could have been the fourth season of the original series, and it was on for two seasons. So basically, season four and season five of the original series, because you had all the original actors except for Walter Koenig,
Mhm.
and the stories were good because you had some of the people who wrote for the original series writing for the animated series.
Mhm.
It wasn't dumbed down. And I got into the original series at 7 years old.
Wow. Pretty awesome. 'Cause, I remember, I watched Next Generation, obviously, way back
Hmm.
in the day. It was always right on after you got home from school or whatnot,
Hmm.
and there was one time where LeVar Burton, who, again, was doing Reading Rainbow at the time, he actually did an episode where he was doing the behind the scenes with all that stuff,
Hmm.
and, it was really interesting to see how they did all the sparkliness for when they transport out.
Yeah, it's water and glitter.
Yeah, it basically is. I was like, "Wait, wait a second, it can't be that simple. It can't
Yep,
be that simple."
the way they did it, it looked convincing on our TV screens.
Yeah. So it goes to show how good, uh, practical effects are.
Hmm.
But anyway, it is the top of the hour, and so what happens is that, like I said earlier, I set aside some time, for me and my guests to, promote ourselves. And give me 1 second. Alright, there we go. So there's your link tree, good sir, if you want to, promote yourself in your own way, the floor is yours.
Right. Well, thank you, Dara, for first having me on. It's been a pleasure being on here. And like I said to you backstage, I was looking forward to this, and I'm glad we were able to set aside some time to actually do this today. But I am Mike of Pacific414,
Mm,
and you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Rumble, Kick, Twitch. You can also find me on X. And every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I do a pop culture entertainment show called Pacific414 Pop Talk, where we'll talk about the news topics and pop culture and entertainment topics
mm,
of the week. And there are times where we do have watch parties. Like this month, all we've had are watch parties of different movies like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Last week, we watched They Live
ooh,
and Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yesterday, we watched the original 1931 Dracula
ooh,
with Bela Lugosi,
mm,
and we also watched Mars Attacks. But we talk about a variety of topics. Sometimes there are set topics. Sometimes we have something that we've been talking about, and by we I mean my co-host Baron Norman Tag and
mm,
Cash Money 007, where we've been talking about something in Discord, and we decide, okay, let's talk about it on the show. And we like to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. That's my slogan for the show. We'd like to have fun. And there are times where we're serious and times where, it's like, what? It's been a rough week. Let's
yeah,
just let our hair down and have fun.
mm. Yeah, no, definitely, 'cause, every week's a bit different, but man, still some things.
Mhm.
But regardless, but yeah, his all his links are in the link tree down below on both Rumble.
Mhm.
Dev says I like the invasion of the Boochie Snatchers as well. Oh, she's got
But yeah, you can find Pop Talk every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern
mm,
and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And of course, I mentioned The Adventure Continues. That's a bi-weekly, every other Saturday series at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about one specific episode from one specific series with either just myself and some guests.
mm,
We sit back and we have a nice time talking about good Star Trek. And I can't wait to get into the movies when we finally get into the movies. But other than that, you can also catch my gaming streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, where I'll play different games. Sometimes, I'll be playing one particular game each Tuesday, one particular game each Thursday. It just depends on how the game's going.
Mhm. It's understandable, yeah. But yeah, both his link will be on both Rumble and YouTube, so you can check him out. And if he's worth a follow, why not? Right? I tell you to follow somebody, but sometimes a person's work speaks for itself, and the man is working it. So that's all I'm gonna say. that's that's what I'm gonna say before I start sounding a little like I'm overselling it. But regardless, um, uh, but yeah, and also for so that's for his end, but for my end, whether you're on the Rumble side or the YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on because I stream to both. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a call, follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated because not only does it help in being seen more, like all content creators want to. I mean, let's just be honest with that. It also helps having
That's our goal, isn't it? To be seen.
to be seen and maybe get a chocolate bar out of it, but that's just me. But it also helps
I
in
got
having
nothing against that. That's a
a
good plan.
I got a chocolate bar. Forget the play button. I got a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
What if it was a play button made out of chocolate?
Okay, well, fine.
Man.
I'm gonna get comatose over here.
you know, I've never had it. I never had a play button before, but you two made my dreams come true. But also helps having other people on, like Pacific, like Tomby, and so many other people. Again, over 270 plus different people I've talked to, and it's always a great time just to get the opportunity to do so. So, thank you for that. And of course, I do have a few things, um, just cause. But hey, what's going on? Sounds great. There you go. Um, well, yeah, a few things. Obviously, I have stated in the past I am in Rumble's creator program, but I'm not. I only do the minimum to meet the um to stay in it, but not get paid. So that's where I'm at. But regardless, though, I am in Proton's partner program, and this one is promoting their Proton Unlimited plan, which includes the whole suite of like Proton VPN, Proton Mail, Proton Drive, Proton Pass, which is their password manager, and all that sort of stuff. Link is right there. You can go to it. You can look it out for yourself. And again, yes, I can make money off it, but that's not the point. The point is to promote a benefit for all of you because I know a lot of you are about your privacy and you're about more security and all this stuff. They try to do their best. Nothing's ever 100% on the internet. There's never going to be someone. If there's someone says they're 100% secure, you might wanna,
Don't
you know
believe it.
yeah, don't believe it. That they might be trying to sell you Girl Scout cookies, you don't want that. So, but yeah, um, but yeah, the link is there, you can check it out for yourself. You do get a discount for, like, the annually, or as the kids say, yearly, but at the end of the day, it's basically just, um, being part of that and all the benefits that it offers. Because I use it myself. I use it for myself. There is no um not using it or being like one of those people. No, I do use it on a regular basis, but um it's just they let me be part of it and I'm glad to be part of it. So there's that. But again, the link will be both on the Rumble and YouTube side. Oops. Where did I oh there we go. And then the next thing I have, the last thing on the list, because they're just so nice. Uh and my VPN conspired to do bad things. Well, that's their problem, not yours. Um, but this one is a while back. Um, the king of Biltong and his wife came into one of my chats. I don't remember when, and they were like, "Oh, chatting or whatever." And then at the end, it's like, you should give us, go to this email, give us your address, and we'll send you something. It's like, oh, you guys don't have to do that. Trying to stay humble in that regard. But I just figured I don't know why not. I don't know what they have, but whatever. And so they sent me like this stuff called biltong, which is not. It's not beef jerky, but it's much better than beef jerky. Um,
Okay.
So I don't have very much left, but this is one of their things. It's called uh, biltong wagyu, and they do it. I think they do it like a drying process, but this is mostly like a South African ordeal. But they do
Okay.
make it. But they do make it in America. So they do make it in America. Let me try to pull out. So this is a piece of it right there. Like that's the wagyu.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, tastes pretty good too. Um, mm, it can get addictive if you're not careful. But they do more. They sell more stuff on their website that's not just biltong. They sell candies and sodas and drinks and all sorts of stuff from like the UK.
Mhm.
They have cookies and stuff from there from the UK. Like you go over there, it's like a winter wonderland, right? So spice went down my throat.
Yeah, that always sucks, man.
Don't eat live. I learned my lesson. Don't eat live. Um, I'm putting in that trial and error effort I talked about earlier. Um, but yeah, they were um again they were nice enough to send me something. I didn't ask. Um, I didn't expect anything, but they did. Then afterwards, they kind of gave me my own code to kind of use for people, and
Nice.
I'm like, oh, you don't have to do that, just trying to be like, oh, whatever. But at the end of the day, they're really nice people. They're husband and wife. They actually make this stuff in Texas, so it is
Okay.
American. It is American made, but it is a South African. Um, I don't know what they call it, like a cooking thing or whatever. But I've bought some stuff from it just as support, but they really do have some good stuff. But again, up to you. It's like window shopping. You go through, you look, nothing for you, that's fine. I don't know what I get out of it, but I appreciate them all the same. And you know what? I figure I'd give them a little help because they're actually moving to a new place and going to be stationing up there and all that stuff. So, but anyway, that's the website right there, Built on USA, and you can use my code Dara for like it's the end. You go to like I think it's either before you go to the final shopping part or when you're at the final shopping part that you can use the code, and it'll give you 10% off the wholesale or the whole total of what you have. But
Mhm.
beyond that point, um, you know, I just want to give back in the sense of what they've, given freely to me, and I don't deserve any of it, but I'm appreciative of it. So thank you guys and all that stuff. So well, no, it was a little long in that, but yeah, I didn't expect them to give me anything, and all of a sudden they're just like, here, try some of this. Like, can I swallow first?
Yeah, yeah, it's like I just put it in my mouth. Let me get the flavor and the full experience. Because you never know with jerky sometimes. Some of it, it could be so tough. It's like, okay, well, can't really bite into this because it's not coming up.
Yeah, but I mean they have they have a spicy version too. It's called Peri Peri, I think it is. And I've tried a little bit. It's not too bad of a spice, but I mean, again, they have offer so much more than the biltong, and I really think people should give it the opportunity. Hey, what up, UB Legend? How are you doing, good sir? Zero carb, no sugar biltong. We need that. I don't know if he does. Um, it's not 0 calories if that's what you're asking for. So, but I mean, it is healthier than actual beef jerky. So, I mean, can't argue against that. I can't.
No, you can't.
But yeah, maybe he will, maybe won't. I don't know. I hope you're doing well, good sir. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, that's my little thing. Up to you if you want to try it or not. It's always free to look. Always remember, it's always free to look. All it takes is 5 to 10 minutes. But regardless, they're very nice people, and I appreciate it. Just need less sugar than shelf stuff. Yeah, I think they do. I haven't read through it, but I think they do. Um, but yeah, oh yeah. Biltong is so good. Yeah, it's like so. If you've ever had, have you ever had Krispy Kreme donuts, the original glazed?
I live in the area where Krispy Kreme originated.
What?
Yes.
So, do you like go to the factory and say, "Look, guys, it's been a long
Hey,
day."
listen, I need a box. All right.
Look, Tony, I need my fix. I need my
Hey,
fix.
hey, I need a couple of boxes. I got these guys to hounding me every morning because they haven't had anything to eat. I need a couple of boxes to calm them down.
You ever see what a bunch of wild guys look like? They're like a bunch of wild wolves that haven't been fed in weeks. I have seen one man start biting his own arm just for flavor, and I said, "You guys got to stop."
You should have seen it the other day when I gave them a box. They were like wolves, tearing them all apart.
Yeah, Tony, Tony was like a wild. He was like a bear. All right, he was on that sucker. I saw him inhale donuts like you saw a woman inhale. I ain't gonna say it, but it was something. Okay, it was just strange.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that Tony. You put any food in front of him, watch out.
I will say this though, I did get a dozen. I think it was like a baker's dozen myself once. I was not happy with myself by the end of the day. Those those original glazed,
Wha-
man, you cannot.
when they come out of the oven,
Ugh,
hot and fresh,
oh
it's
yeah.
like
Mm-mm. Mm.
yes, yes.
Oh,
My
what are you
s-
again?
my stomach's gonna regret it later, but for the moment, I'm gonna enjoy this.
And Deb says, just a box. How about a 2-for-1 breakfast and one for late night snack? Look, sir, you are too much. You are too much, and I love you for it. I love you for it. Don't tempt me, man. Hey, I'll tempt you all day long. Get that Krispy Kreme. Get that Biltong. That's why I was trying to make that comparison. That Biltong is like the Krispy Kreme. Um,
Mm,
it's really good, and I'm not too addicted to it. But I mean, it's really one of those. It's again, it's just a healthier snack. It's
yeah.
just healthier than regular beef jerky. But man, when I first started getting to it, you start adding a sweet to that. You did with like a trail mix or something. Done. That bag's already gone. Like
You're in heaven.
you reach the bag, it's like, oh
No more.
man.
It's empty.
Yeah, way healthier than jerky. And hey, Slidey, how are you? I don't like Krispy Kreme too sweet. Well, they're not as sweet as you, Slidey Pie. Eh, whole bag in 5 minutes, easy. Don't tempt me with a good time. Don't tempt me with a good time, good sir. You're evil, but I enjoy it because it's true. Even okay, the only one that's gonna take more than 5 minutes though is the peri peri one because because of the spice. Like, okay, just breathe. Oh man, but
You
yeah.
good? You doing all right? I'm fine. I'm fine. I can handle this.
Why do your lips look puffy? I don't know why. I don't know why.
Puffy? There's something wrong with them. They're not puffy.
You know, you know that won't be the worst of it though.
Oh,
you ever, you ever, you ever a date where it's just you just had a Taco Bell and your your great days turn horrible.
what's your problem? I had Taco Bell. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh man, it was the spicy burrito.
My
Oh
mind
man,
was telling me yes, skip it. But the stomach's all. Forget what the mind's saying. You're gonna have it, and then, well, you're gonna regret it.
that was. I'm gonna, I'm, I'm gonna sound like a horrible person saying this, but that was the original gas chamber. they just they just gave someone a bean burrito and they had him stand in that.
No. I'd say I'm going to hell, but I'm a Chicago Cubs fan. I'm already there.
Oh, ouch, that hurts worse. Oh, goodness. The burritos were half off today, I apologize. Oh, goodness, I feel bad for the toilets at Taco Bell. Look, man, I don't wanna go in those toilets at Taco Bell.
No,
You don't know
no,
who's been touching it.
you don't know who's been in there.
Look, when they said a free ride, they were mostly talking about those toilets. Oh man, I'm a horrible person, but it's true. No, it was very true. They had a man, he had a few can of beans, and that person that person that person in the chamber was either gonna be dead or their sense of smell was gonna be gone. Oh man. Oh goodness sake. I'm a Cowboys fan. I feel your pain. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, yes, the Cubs did win the World Series 9 years ago, but
Yeah.
still, when are we going to get back?
Yeah.
That's what Cowboy fans are asking, right?
Waveland and Ashland. I'm guessing that must mean a team.
Yeah, Waveland, it's behind Wrigley Field. You know, if you're looking at Wrigley Field from home plate to the left field wall, it's Waveland behind it. Then you have Sheffield on the right field side,
Mhm.
and then you have Addison behind home plate. Those are the
Wow.
streets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because 'cause I've been, I live in Indiana, so I've been, I would, go there through, like, what was it, like, the Skyline or whatever, but I've been to Chicago a few times. Mostly I went for the Science and Industrial Museum. Um
Right. Why not? They have wonderful museums in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. I've been to Sheds a few times, but I'm mostly just there for the, industrial science and industry one, 'cause,
Mhm.
um, when I first went there back in the day, it was long, like, late '90s, early 2000s, they really didn't have the setup they have now, like, they had this, like, 50-foot tornado, and then they have this continuous, like, avalanche looking thing. It's just crazy, um, but it's really still a place to go to, because after I was done, I went to go to Giordante's. Right, give me some deep dish,
Oh
okay?
yeah.
But eating deep dish, deep dish in Chicago is like having a second meal you can come home with.
Yeah, and I can remember the first time I went to Chicago with my parents, who
Mhm.
have passed on. But
Right.
the first time we went there, my mom is originally from New York.
Mhm.
So she's trying deep dish for the first time, and she says, "This isn't pizza; it's a casserole."
Well, I can't argue with you, mom. I'm not gonna try with that one.
Mm.
Um, but no, but it deep dishes. I mean, I can't remember when. I don't know if they still do or not, but a long time ago, DiGiorno's used to sell deep dish, and
Yeah, they did.
it wasn't like the. I don't think it was done exactly like the deep dish you would find at Giordante's. It was a bit different. Um, where was it? I do have. I actually took a picture of that pizza when I was there. When I was there to eat it. Here we go. Meh. There you go, right there. That
It
was
doesn't look bad.
It's a barbecue pizza. I think it was like barbecue with like Hawaiian stuff in it. But that was like, oh man, that was 10 years ago. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, it's barbecue sauce. They put barbecue sauce. I think it was like a chicken barbecue or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was the only time I've ever gone to Giordante's. And it's not too far from the stop before I get off for the Science and Industry Museum,
Mhm.
but it is still quite a ways down from there. Um, but it's still worth a try, at least if you're going for there once. Cause when I went there, it was sort of like, how would you describe it? It was sort of like this. The building is sort of like a front cafe looking thing. You
Yeah,
go in.
yeah. It's these older buildings are like a cafe. Some
Mm.
of these buildings have been around since the 19th century
Oh
or
yeah.
more, and they just have this unique architecture. Like,
Oh, I think your mic went out. I'm hearing noise, but it's not you. So I wonder if something came unplugged. Oh, he might have touched cable and it frayed. Oh no, he's still muted. It's like watching a nature documentary. Will he get the cable fixed, or will the cable end him?
okay, how's it now?
Oh, I can hear you now. You're good.
Yeah, the Rumble Studios switched it on me. I've had it
What?
happen. I've used it before, so don't
Oh,
worry about it.
stupid studio. But no. Oh, pizza. Right? Yeah. Um, yeah. The cat. Yeah, it was just a front. I mean, it was still pretty busy because obviously it's got a name to it.
Hmm.
It's awesome watching how they make pizza is remarkable. Yeah, I don't think I watched it, but, like, when they brought me my pizza, I was like, "I'm not gonna be able to eat this." I'm gonna be a little too full after the first slice. But
Hmm.
they do give you a knife because the crust is unedible right off the bat. The
Yeah,
crust is unedible.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't eat it. You have to eat all the filling.
Yeah.
The sauce, the cheese,
Mhm.
whatever your topping happened to be for the pizza. But after that, you have the bottom of the crust, and like you said, you can't eat it.
No,
And that was one of the reasons why my mom called it a casserole. She said,
right.
"If you can't eat the crust, what's the point?"
Mhm. Yeah, it's almost like a weapon though. Like, if you want to take down a
Hmm.
bad guy, you just get you just get your Dante deep dish crust and you just like a ninja star, you just knock him
Just
down.
flint it at them or throw it like a frisbee.
Yeah, goodness sake. Help my purse. Hold on. Hold on. Nice.
Or instead of throwing it like a frisbee, it's like a hammer throw. Okay, I'm gonna try for the Olympics right now with this deep dish pizza.
He is now going with the deep dish Giordante's crust. The pizza crust competition is underway here, and we see Johnson over here. He's holding the Chicago version, but it's a little flaily. It's a little flaccid, but we don't talk about that. All right, now Mark is starting up the plate for the Giordantes. Now the crust is a little hard to recommend, so we've told everyone to make sure you wear your safety equipment because this will take out an eye. We've seen it happen before. Happened to a homeless man for some odd reason, but we'll get back to that. All right, now he's going for the pitch. He seems like he's going for the throw. Oh, and the wind is coming and it throws it back right in his face, and he is knocked out cold. I'm just so sad to say that this is definitely not working out for Mark this year at the Olympics. It's just not gonna work.
What a shame! What an absolute shame! He had such potential, and it comes back and it hits him in the face.
You could say he was making it he was you could say he was making it on himself, but that we're not just gonna go there. So
Nah.
and not to a really scheduled broadcast. But no, yeah, I've eaten at different places. Like obviously, I can't really go out to Chicago all the time to eat pizza there or New York because there's the New York um style pizza, right? It's like big pizza where you can fold it. Look, if
Hmm.
w- while that is helpful, like if you have to have it to fold it like that, I mean, sure, it's beneficial when you're on the go, so you can just eat the pizza as you go. But
Hmm.
still, right? It's like a dinner, like half a dinner plate. Um,
Yeah, it is because the first time my mom took myself and my sister to New York,
mm,
we go into one of her favorite restaurants that she used to go into as a kid
Mhm.
called Lee's Pizzeria.
Ooh.
And we get the pizza,
Mhm.
and I grab a slice, and the guy says, "What? Does he know how to eat pizza?" Because I'm not folding it. I'm
Right.
just eating it like I've always eaten it. And she says, "Well, you don't have to excuse him and her because they're originally from California. They don't know how to do it." And I'm all, "Oh yeah." So then I just show them right then and there and fold the pizza. I said, "And you said I don't know how to do it. I'm your son. I got New York blood in me."
And Dev says, "Are you all?" Oh, bring it up. There we go. He says, "Are you all pizza folders or spider hands people? I have no respect for pizza folders." Well, now you just been thrown under the bus there, Pacific.
Well, I mean, I could eat pizza either way. Just depends on how hungry I am.
That is true. That is true. Gino's East sells 2-pound frozen deep dish pizza at any grocery store. Recommend it. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look that up because I've not I've been to a Gino's East where I am, not in Chicago. Obviously, they have restaurants, spread beyond Chicago, but I've been to one. I don't know if it's still there though, but it was pretty good pizza. Home Run Pizza, Gino's Pizza are the best frozen Chicago style pizza from a grocery store. Oh, Home Run in. Okay, Home Run in pizza. Okay. And then Deb says, if you fold pizza, just eat sandwiches.
Well, you know what? I was in New York, so I've got to do what the natives do.
There you go.
Otherwise, they're going to run me off the island.
Guys, I was getting there. Please don't shoot at me.
This guy doesn't know how to eat a pizza. Thin crust. Come on.
this
Run him out of town.
mm, Hey, listen, this kid don't know how to eat. We gotta dive him with the fishes, okay? Till he learns how to dunk him with the fishes. All right, get him a little taste. Gotta get him in there to get. Oh goodness. Oh
Either
man.
give him a little taste or we put him in the drink with his new shoes.
Hey, Wolf, how's it going? Nice. Hey, Putin bot, how are you doing, good sir? But yeah, I do like. I mean, I've eaten Domino's, I've eaten Papa John's, um, but I really think homemade pizza is really where it's at. But
Hmm.
I kind of have to pull back from that, so sucks as it is. But regardless, um, now I'm just hungry. Thanks a lot, guys. Now I'm just hungry for pizza. It's mean, it's horrible. I'm trying to change my dietary ways, and y'all coming in here, y'all mention pizza. It's just
Our
it's
work here is done.
yeah, that's when I start feeling angry. But anyway, I'm gonna start calling it a close, cause I need to not only get well, first I need to get to bed early because I was not feeling well this morning, and so I stayed up really late. Well, actually, it was my fault. I stayed up late last night, so I'm paying for it. But regardless, um, eat boiled peanuts. Why would I want to eat boiled peanuts? What kind of monster are you? I'm not gonna eat
They're real
boiled peanuts.
popular in the South.
Oh, there are problems. Well,
Yeah.
he he's in Montana though, so I don't know if you want to really call that South, but I'd say he likes to eat boiled peanuts. So there's that. But I like cashews or shelled peanuts. Gotta like that saltiness to it. Gotta like a little saltiness to it. But anyway, we're just gonna call it there. But before we do, there are a few things we're gonna do. Obviously, of course, our links are down below, both his and mine. The link tree will be both on uh, both the Rumble and YouTube side because I streamed to both, and obviously you stream to more places than I do. But it's always good to make sure that it's all the same across the board, so that way it's not like because there have been some people I've run into where they don't even put any of the guests they're bringing on
Yeah.
in the
Yeah. Yeah.
description.
I've noticed that too. And I do try to make sure when I am having a guest on my show
Mm,
that I put their links in there.
yeah, because it's just I mean it's whatever it's their show whatever not, but it just always seems a bit weird if you're bringing someone on and you don't even throw the links in the. I mean you can throw them in the chat, but like throw them in the description because whatever. It's just me. But anyway, both the links uh, are down in the description below. There is Pacific's, of course, Pacific414, the man himself. He's got a beard to go with it too. You just look at that. Like
Yeah, well, I've had it for a while, and
there you go.
I like it,
There
even
you
with the
go.
gray.
Even with the gray, that's right. That man knows what he's talking about because he is okay with the gray. And if you want to check out his other stuff, it's all there in the link tree. Obviously, all the stuff. It's always I. That's probably been one of the best tools I've discovered is link
Mhm.
tree
Yeah.
because I've seen some of these people where they have like 5 or 6 links down in their, um, description and whatnot, and I'm like, that's a lot of links. Let's
Yeah.
cut that.
And to be honest, I did it that way when I first started out, putting every single link that I had in the description. And then, of course, you learn about link tree and you're going, well, I'll just make sure that all the links are in the link tree. This way, there's one single link that people can click
Yeah.
on instead of, needing to scroll and going, hear ye.
Come forth, the great man they call Pacific 414. That is right. He comes forth with all the clothing and bearing of his link tree. Please, please show your patience to him when he makes mistakes in all good things. And
And we all do.
yeah, even I do. But I forgot to put in my link tree into the chat. That's my link tree too. You can find my stuff there as well. And again, don't forget to like, share, uh, and just kind of take a look because I do get to talk to a lot of people, and I'm always appreciative of it. Again, over 270 plus people have chatted with, and I'm looking forward to not only the end of this month but next month as well as I'm building up that roster list. But regardless, it's always a great time to get to talk to people. And of course, like I said earlier, I am part of Proton's partner. Hold on, I gotta find links. There we go. I am part of Proton's partner program. Give it a look. This is promoting their Proton Unlimited plan. It encompasses all the Proton Suite stuff. You can take a look. You can see for yourself what each piece is and what it's about. Again, they're about trying to make sure privacy and security, but we always remember nothing's 100% on the internet. Nothing's 100% on the internet. So
Nope.
give it a look. If it's worth it to you, great. If not, that's fine too. I can make money off it, but that's not the point. I promote it for the benefit, not the fight for the financials. Because I really, you hear stories about like, a company got hacked and the passwords got leaked and all this stuff. Something like Proton would be good to have, but it's up to you. And
Mhm.
of course, this is just because they were nice to me. Um, the Biltong people make some great stuff. Now, of course, again, their store offers a whole lot more jams, cookies from the UK, from South Africa stuff, whole bunch of stuff. They have a whole bunch more than just Biltong. Healthier than jerky, and maybe look a little weird, but it tastes so good. It's like having a box of Krispy Kremes to yourself, and afterward you feel utterly ridiculous, and then you reach for another box. It's just how it is. I've beaten up myself more times than I want to. But anyway, you can there's a link is right there. There's a code you can use for like the wholesale stuff. Like I think it's either before you go to the final part or you're at the final part. So you can use code DARA, save 10% on your whole. Again, I believe it's like $60 gets you free shipping. If you spend for $60, you do get free shipping with them, which is what I did last time because I'm not paying like $7 to $10, but it is what it is. Um, but anyway, both are options. It's like window shopping. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. It's just all about promoting options and benefits that are beneficial to all. And I've eaten the biltong, so do not worry. But anyway, there's that. Let's see. Oh yeah, and of course there's my link as well. But yeah, so tomorrow, I'm hearing an echo.
Let me back away from the mic a little bit.
Okay. Echo. Okay, we're good. But tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will get to have on a gentleman by the name of CJ Williams about the bit of a NASCAR guy. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Down to earth commentary. Well, yes, I like to do commentary, like, and we're hearing from the par that Tiger Woods has missed the ball. It's really not looking well for him, but some say he's going to putt again. Oh, glad you guys could be here. Much appreciated. But yeah, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern for CJ Williams. Hope to see you all there. And of course, the last thing I do with my guest before we head off into the sunset, like a bunch of cowboys on our horses, yodeling and riding with our whips and all that sort of stuff, doing the hip ya I was gonna say the John McClane thing, but I'm not gonna do that. So what happens is that you, my guest, get two freebie questions from the hat. So I bought a hat from Rumble right there, right? Uh,
Okay.
and there are questions inside. So what happens? You get two. Now, obviously, I do stream to YouTube, but I'm not monetized over there, so it's not gonna happen. But however, if you're on the Rumble side, you can pay to have more than the two questions pulled out. You can be a one. Yeah, I've had people spam me the $1. I've had people spam me the $2. No one spammed me the $500 one yet, but you know what? A man could dream. A man could dream. My dreams are limited, okay? I'm just joking. But anyway, if you want one of the two questions of the hat, you have to pay for it. So them's the rules. But let's go for the first question. Are you ready, specific? Yeah,
I'm ready.
I almost said specific, and I'm like, that's not the right word. But anyway, question number one. Let's see what it says. Ooh, I feel a little jittery with this one, guys. Hold on. Oh, okay. If you could rename yourself, what ridiculous name would you choose?
Probably the angry Klingon.
The angry Klingon?
Yes. Yes.
I can't understand a word he says.
Because yeah, you got it. A whole stream with me and Klingon, and I'd be angry all the time. Although I can't even speak a word of Klingon.
You just make something up that sounds closely related. Guklak, apakikak. I don't know what he's saying, but he sounds angry. Ooh, angry. Um, all right. I've got question number two right here. All right, and if
Okay.
no one gives a rumble rant, that will be the end of it. I know, sad. Aw, I'm hearing a lot of the crowd say aw. Say aw, everyone. No. The question is, what's a book that changed your perspective on something?
Hmm. I mean, I've read so many books, and uh, gosh, to pick one, eh, I guess it would be a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, what was that one about?
Oh, it's basically a time travel story
Oh,
where you have somebody from the future
mm,
going into the past, and you know, it gave me the perspective. What would I do if I was in that situation? Here I am from the future.
mm,
What I know of the past is from history books.
mm.
Never lived it, never experienced it. How would I adapt to that current situation?
Well, I mean, obviously, being able to help a lot of people
Mm.
with the hygiene factor of like the water and stuff. I mean, here's that. Birdhouse says book The Four Agreements by Dr. Miguel Ruiz. Dr. Miguel Ruiz. I have come here to sell my book, but you do not like my book, so I will not sell it to you. Ah. But no, that's pretty awesome though. That is pretty awesome. But yeah, I can understand it's kind of hard to like nail it down to one, but there's always that one that sticks out to you, right? There's
Mhm.
always that one book that sticks
A-
out to
and that one has always stuck out to me because that was a book that my grandmother on my dad's side gave to me, and
Mm,
I enjoyed reading it. I would take it with me everywhere, read it, even after finishing the book. It's one of those books where I would constantly go back and read it over again.
wow, pretty awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think um for me, well, I was gonna say Harry Potter, but that's not gonna work. I think the one for me was called Joshua by Joseph F. Curzon. It was
Mm.
a Catholic, but it was sort of like a modern telling of uh Jesus, but it gets a little religious, but still
Nothing wrong with that.
he did a whole series out of that I didn't know of until I started looking into it. It's like, oh, I didn't know you did more than just the one. But they did. The funny thing is, they did turn it into like one of those, what was it, like Hallmark type movies, but it wasn't really. It was a little off from the book, but it was
What wasn't
interesting
all that great. Didn't really follow the book
and stuff like that.
very well.
Yeah,
Well, at least it wasn't a Lifetime movie. That thing would still
oh,
be
he
on.
froze. Oh, come back, Pacific.
I,
Come on back.
I, I,
Don't
I'm still here,
Don't
brother.
don't leave me. We're so close to the end, Pacific. We're so close to the end. Oh, there he is. He's done.
I'm still here, brother. I'm still here.
Okay. You froze there for a second. I thought you were done. Um
No, 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 no. That'd be rude if I just up and left.
uh my above mention was about ancient Toltec culture and spirituality. Oh, I didn't know that.
All right, I'll have to check that out.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. But anyway, guys, of course, like I said, that is the end for tonight. I know the sadness and all the good stuff, but we've had a great time. I am thankful not only for my chat, thank you, chat, for being here. Obviously, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, doesn't matter which side, because I still appreciate you both. But I'm also thankful for the man himself, Pacific414, for coming on. Always a pleasure to have you on again, good sir. And yeah, this is what it is, basically just talking about whatever comes our way, and then we end up hungry for pizza. That's
Mhm.
the joy of it. And
Well, again, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to join you tonight and hang out with you and your chat. It's been wonderful.
yeah, well, so sometimes you get a surprise, but no, yeah, it's a I see it as an opportunity both ways, good sir, and you certainly have fulfilled your end. So Uh, opportunity fulfilled. Opportunity fulfilled. You get a gold sticker. Sorry, I ran out of those a while back, so don't ask.
That's all right.
Don't ask. But anyway, guys, don't forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern with CJ Williams. He'll be on same time. And again, as always, I end the show. And don't forget to mute yourself like last time. As always, I end the show with One Day With You by Pogo. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. sharp. Bye, guys. here we go.